Caleb was a guy who, until this most recent ranking, I had kind of around 10. I've now moved him up into that sort of 5 to 7 range. Outside of maybe a lack of high end pace, I think he's got all the pieces of the puzzle. He's a 6'1.5" center. He's an excellent committed two-way player. And the skill piece has been there more and more in my viewings than I expected it would. And in watching their games, I think he's doing it with a ton of smarts on the puck. I think he's doing it with some legit puck skill. You're probably looking at a legitimate 2C. There is a little bit of a ceiling there in terms of what is he offensively without the true high-end pace. He's probably, I don't know, a 55, 60 point center who's a two-way winning type that a coach can really trust. But that's a very valuable player and is a player that you'd sooner take, I think, in that top 10 range than where you have him, which is kind of around 20.
Like, I think everything you're saying with regards to his play style is very accurate. You're using the word pace a lot. I think that is arguably one of the most important things you need in the NHL. And I do see Desnoyers as a very smart, capable sort of third line guy in the NHL. I think that is plain as day to see. Like, you throw him over the boards, you know what you're getting. He's smart, positionally supportive. He can get physical if he needs to. Like, I still think the level of competition in the QMJHL is a little soft. The speed of the NHL is a massive, massive jump from pretty much everywhere else. So with Desnoyers, I see why people like him in the top end of this draft. I think there are a lot of players that could be very positively impactful, good NHL players. Like, I know the whole class as a whole is not amazing, but at the very top, I think the top 8 or 9 guys I think are really, really interesting. So with Desnoyers, I just think he's one of a pack more than anything, rather than this like supremely high-end guy. I mean, if I see him as a third line guy, I'm not jumping at the chance to draft a guy that probably will be a third liner at the 5th overall pick, right? So to me, it's just a question of that pace of play that he has translating into whatever it is people think he's going to be. Like, who is a low pace center in the NHL that you can look at and go, I would have taken that guy 5th overall, right? Like, I don't know who I would go to, but I can think of plenty of third line guys where I'm like, yep, you throw them over the boards, they can receive passes, they can dish the puck, they can go to the net, they're physical, they play. At the end of the day, like, I like Caleb Desnoyers, and the data work that I've done on him is not negative. It's just a matter of projection and where he's going to end up in the NHL, where I kind of go, would I rather take a bet on someone outside of sort of that box that he's kind of in and see what I can do with that player, because I feel like there might be some better swings to take.